might be the feet of people of all ages looking for new games to play and new ways of playing so that everyone played together instead of against one another. Pat Farrington, who organized these New Earth Games in Marin County near San Francisco, explains.
This is the New Games tournament held in lovely Garibaldi Valley across the Golden Gate Bridge 8 miles from San Francisco. People have come together today to play games, their games, the games that they create, the games they enjoy. Everybody here has come on a bus to preserve the ecological balance of this beautiful country. New Games is so exciting because there's not 50,000 people sitting in the stands and 22 people playing on the field. It's everybody playing. Like, you'll watch fathers, mothers, sons and daughters playing together, and we really believe that New Games is long due. It's family recreation. We're not talking about boys basketball or girls basketball. We're talking about family recreation.
Infinity ball is a game of volleyball where the two teams don't compete against each other. They play with each other, and they try to keep the ball in the air as long as they can. You chant the score. You know, it gets up to 70, 71, 72. Everybody chants it.
In New Games, there's no winners or losers, actually. There's no second string. The most important thing is the process of playing. The people get out and begin to experience the joy in playing.
I see people playing New Games in their backyards on a Sunday afternoon. I see people begin to utilize the parks all around the United States. There's many beautiful parks that people aren't using. I think that we have the ability, to get people to utilize those parks.
The earthball game has about 300 people on each side, ideally, and what they do is they keep pushing the ball like a big basketball, bouncing it in the tops of their hands, and then they try to go past the goal of the other team. It's a two-point game. 3 points wins the game. One of my favorite games is the human pyramid, where you don't use any equipment, and all people do is form pyramids out of their bodies, and of course the finale is when the whole thing tumbles down, and there's people laughing and having a good time. People passing is great. Two lines of people stand opposite each other, and they take one individual, one person, and pass them down on top of their hands. That's pretty exciting for both the participants and the people doing it. Boffing is a good way to release your aggressions. I mean, it's a safe way. We call it soft war. It's the idea of having styrofoam sabers that you can just flail away at another person and not hurt, but yet get those feelings out. The Le Mans tug-of-war is probably the most spectacular of all New Games. Long lines of people on either side of a creek pulling and tugging against each other. As the teams, one team begins to lose, it's not unusual for part of the other team to go over and help pull that one back, because the idea is, to keep the tug-of-war going. I watched the tug-of-war go on for maybe 2 or 3 hours with people really enjoying it. New people would come in as other people would drop out. The New Games are future games. We're looking at a way to redesign play. Like, spectatorship is fine, but it's not important. You need to play. You need to be part of what's happening.
I think watching people walk out the gate at night is the biggest joy that we have. Somebody will be limping along, dragging their leg and moaning and groaning. They'll say, "Did you have a good time?" "Oh, I had a marvelous time. We're coming back tomorrow." The most exciting thing about people walking away from New Games is the idea that they have participated, that they have played together, that they have become a part of something.